came all the way down from Manchester, New Hampshire to compete with Eggtimus Prime right here in Hartford.
Hey there, this is Seth Schaefer from Team Just 'Cause Robotics, and in today's video, let's talk about how Sonic performed at the April Maker Battle that took place about 1 month ago today. Sonic had a huge number of fights at the event. You'll probably notice from the amount of time that this video runs for that it did not end very quickly. So I'm going to try and speed through the time between the fights as much as possible, and I'll try and still give a bit of context about who I'm fighting and what's going on, and a bit of the event format right now. But just so you know, this is going to be a little bit less polished and a little bit faster paced than my usual event recaps because there are 9 fights to get through. So, with no further ado, let's talk about the event. Maker Battle is an event held in Hartford, Connecticut. This event was put on with volunteers from NHRL, including Ashley and Thomas. They helped to organize everything, and NHRL also provided the polycarbonate for the arena, I believe. This arena was an 8x8 by, I think, 8 foot tall arena for Antweight 1 pound combat robots. Not really suitable for beetle weights, so they only run Antweights there. And this is full combat, not plastic ants, so the robots are allowed to have steel spinning weapons like this one. Sonic is a robot that I threw together last year, last minute, when I was originally hoping I could upgrade my other Antweight mini mulcher, and I completely ran out of time, and it was faster to throw together this completely 3D printed, super simple robot using parts I already had lying around than it was to build something entirely new. Going up to this event, I was once again incredibly busy, and I had been pushing back and procrastinating on updating this robot's design to the point where it was the day before the event. I sat down at my computer, opened up Fusion 360, and just realized there was no way that I had the time needed to do a complete redesign. So I literally used the exact same 3D printed parts that I had printed back in 2023 to assemble this version of the robot. The body has, I think, like an extra wall, so it's like a little bit stiffer and stronger than the last version, but it's literally the exact same CAD files that I had printed last year. I didn't print new parts for it or anything. The only changes that I really made were I put the updated WECA V2.2 in here. That is the dual ESC that I've been working on. Still using the Dartbox 22mm Viper motors it was using before, and I also changed the weapon speed controller to my own AM32 35 amp ESC instead of a generic one, and I swapped the weapon motors from, I think it was a 2450 kV Emax that I broke the shafts on 2 of, to a 2306 Emax that is only 1700 kV, so the weapon speed's lower. I was hoping that maybe with less energy going into the shaft all the time, it would snap less often, because that was a recurring problem at the last competition. Otherwise, exactly the same bot as before, so let's see how it did. My first fight of the day was going to be against Mini Mako, an overhead saw robot with a neon green color scheme and a very scary looking saw blade. This is of course the scaled down version of Mako, which I fought with Subtraction at the event in December, and I will need to make sure that I drive very carefully in this fight so I don't get the extremely thin plastic top plate of my robot sawed straight through and into something important. Let's see how this fight went.
Robots, choose your corners.
I don't know which corner is my corner.
Either or.
Okay, I'll
Sonic,
choose my
take
color.
the blue corner. Mini Mako, take it pink.
3, 2, 1, fight!
Here we go. Off to a good start. Both robots making it to the center here. Little hit there from Sonic. Oh, smart.
While the mini Mako fight did go to 3 minutes, perhaps unsurprisingly, Sonic was the winner. That was a pretty fun fight, and I enjoyed it very much, getting to launch Mako straight up into the air. This was difficult driving for me. I actually tuned Sonic's speed down to about 60% going into this fight, and I decided to bring it back up to, I think, closer to 70% for the rest of the tournament. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention earlier about this event that makes it a little bit special is they decided to open up priority registration for entrants who were under a certain age. This meant that there were less custom robots and a lot more kit robots at this competition than there might usually have been, and actually a whole huge variety of kits. The next robot that I fought was a kit that is no longer available for sale called a Saifu kit. It is a machined aluminum Hubmotor beater bar 2-wheel drive bot. And it has a mean weapon that I was very scared of and did not know what I could really do against it. Let's see how this fight went.
3, 2, 1, fight!
Thanks, Tom.
This looks like they know what they're doing. Sonic has been here a few times before as well. Here we go,
Right after that first weapon-on-weapon collision, Sonic's weapon was no longer spinning properly for the rest of this whole fight, so this was now going to be a real uphill battle for me.
I think Blitz took one out of there. Sonic's hurting a little bit.
So I'm not sure why they said that Sonic has been here a few times before when it's really only been here once before and barely changed since then. Blitz seems to have lost a drive side here though, out of nowhere, and I have no idea why, but I am happy to say the Dartbox drive motors I'm using, which are really meant for 3-pound robots, are definitely more than adequate for a powerful 1-pound bot.
1, 2,
45 seconds left on the clock. Here we go. Down to 30. Pretty close, not sure what's happening. Everything's behind it. Basically,
20 seconds.
20 to go. 15. I heard a yeah from this corner.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the match, right to the corner.
I don't know, Sonic did a little victory spin there, but I'm not sure. I don't see how that goes. That was a great fight.
That's where the damage was. And show weapons. And Seth, can you show drive? And show weapon.
Working, what's not.
Okay, partial weapon.
It's unscrewed itself. The weapon came loose, but the motor still
On
works.
this one.
I know you guys have been asking me to show more repairs. Unfortunately, while I did hit the record button before fixing this damage, unfortunately my camera's memory filled, so I don't actually have any of the footage of it. But basically all that happened was the weapon motor shaft snapped again, just like happened twice in the last tournament. So the hub was no longer held on to the weapon really, and it was just flopping about, which is why it was super off-center and making horrible noises when trying to spin. So I swapped to a new weapon motor and pretty much was good to go after that. No damage to the drive or anything, thankfully. So yeah, that fight was definitely a loss by judge's decision, I think rightfully so, even though I was more controlling. I think aggression was kind of split, and while technically we had pretty similar amounts of damage with Blitz's drive being down and my weapon being down, I think for whatever reason, because of how early in the fight my weapon went down, the damage category still was probably awarded in favor of Blitz. I don't really have a problem with the judge's decision, but now this meant I was in the loser's bracket. My next opponent was going to be a rematch from last time with Sonic. This was going to be against Spinaroonie. Spinaroonie is a invertible ring spinner using a 3D printed glass fiber nylon reinforced shell with steel teeth bolted to it, This robot can still run right side up or upside down with the wheels sticking out the top and bottom. It spins crazy fast, and it's super scary. Last time that I fought it, it snapped my weapon motor shaft in half and put my weapon out of commission really early in the fight. So I had to be a bit more cautious with how I approached my weapon this time. If that spinner is up to speed, it is a beast. Let's see how this fight went.
Blue corner, are you ready?
Here we go.
Timer, are you ready?
Everybody's ready. Here we go. Last one of the morning session.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fight. Oh, here we go. Whoa! That's a big hit. Sonic was certainly ready. Spinaroonie taking things off. There is a lot of plastic boarding plastic. Sonic. I want to remind you, this is a consolation round. Sonic took a loss in the first one. Not sure how that happened.
Oh my god.
Spinaroonie just doing whatever it feels like doing it.
1 minute!
1 minute left. There we go. Big hit. What a great battle to end this roundup. Here we go. Still both going. No
30 seconds!
30 seconds. There goes the wheel. Spinaroonie's still going.
10, 9, 8. Oh!
That was fucking sick, dude. Holy shit.
Let's all give each other a hug, because that hurt me too. Damn.
Holy crap, that didn't go like the last one.
Yeah, I couldn't get any traction, so the body just kept sitting there and
Oh my gosh. Wow.
I like it. That was fantastic. Let's do it again tomorrow.
That fight was definitely one of the best of my entire Comet Robot career. In fact, this is the shell after that fight. Well, going from one scary full-body spinner to the next, my next opponent was the oh-so-colorful Skarsgard, winner of this event's Most Colorful award for obvious reasons, but this bot had a mean-looking shell, some scary, sharp, slicing teeth that were definitely going to be digging through the TPU of my bot if it made good contact. This time, my strategy was going to be pretty much the same as against Spinaroonie. Have to feed really slowly into the weapon to destabilize him, but once he is unstable and the center of his robot's spinning around, he can't do much, so then I just go in for the kill. Let's see how this one went.
This should be a good one. I'm looking forward to it. This one might make your money's worth getting in here today. Sound effects are working.
Drivers, to your corners!
Sonic is excited. Skarsgard stuck on a knot in the board. Sonic coming over to help. Easy, Sonic.
Can you move?
This is gonna be good.
Timers.
Don't blink.
8, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fight.
Oh my. Skarsgard spinning up quick. Sonic taking the cautious approach here. I think. I don't think it's needed. Skarsgard back to the dance.
Oh my god!
Color coming off everywhere. Judge is trying to get a good angle of what's happening in the corner there.
At this point, I'm noticing that my left wheel is slowly sliding its way down my drive shaft, which is definitely not a good sign.
Skarsgard escaping. 30 seconds left. About.
30 seconds.
Skarsgard upside down. Can't really get anything going right now. Hoping Sonic gives him a good enough hit to put him back over for the last 10 seconds or so.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the match.
Good match.
I saw my wheel starting to come off, and I was like, I've got to tone it down a little bit.
Going to the judges on this one.
Seth, did they just pressed on?
No, they're set screwed on.
Okay.
There's 2 set screws holding that wheel on, but I was not
Sonic
taking
with a
chances.
victory.
That was fun.
That was very fun.
Good match.
We're not having any drive like at all.
Oh, this is so
All right,
sketchy.
next up, pancakes.
This
and
is hanging on for
Bumblebee.
a thread there.
Before we move on, let's pay the bills here. This video is brought to you by PCBWay. I don't really need to give them much more of a sales pitch than just showing you this chassis that they machined out of aluminum and anodized for Subtraction version 3, I don't think. This part is almost flawless. There is one slight issue. So it turns out that the problem here is that Fusion 360 is really dumb. I designed half of the part and then mirrored it, and all of the holes on the mirrored side in Fusion are marked as left-hand thread because of that, so it showed up that way on the drawing. All of the other threaded holes on the sides and the front and the other 2 at the back on the top seem to be perfectly fine, so slight issue there, but I mean, look at this thing. Pretty complicated part, and it came out absolutely beautiful. So check out PCBWay, hit the link in the description, and you can get $5 off of your first order. So yeah, the Skarsgard fight went pretty damn well for me. Not quite as spectacular as the Spinaroonie fight, but still definitely a dominant win for Sonic. Alright, moving forward, I now have to fight Bad Hair Day. Bad Hair Day is a custom-built robot, though it does vaguely resemble the Viper with a vertical spinner, and it's using the same vertical drum spinner add-on that the Viper kits come with as an option. Basically, this robot is a 2-wheel drive, extremely low ground scraping wedge. He told me this was Sencut Send laser cut and bent titanium wedge, so it was going to be really, really tough for me to do anything to the front of this robot. So the game plan was get around to the sides, try and hit the wheels, get around to the back, and see what kind of damage I could do. Let's see how this one went.
3, 2, 1, and fight! Battle.
This fight really showcases the reliability of the Fingertech Silver Spark motors. You can always count on them to fail the moment anything touches them in a fight.
Partial drive, do you have weapon? Partial drive, weapon. And then Seth, can you just, weapon? Yeah.
Good job, gentlemen. Good job.
The last 30 seconds of that Bad Hair Day fight really turned the tides in my favor. It was a lot of back and forth before then, but as soon as I could get the opening I was looking for, I absolutely took advantage, and I was able to do a lot of damage, clinching me the win. My next match up is going to be against Bot Cat. This is an NE 2.8 kit. It's basically a four-wheel drive control bot that's pretty durable, and it has some front forks, but it also has some juicy exposed wheels. Obviously, those wheels were going to be a big target for me to go after, but this bot's really low to the ground and hard to hit. Now, the NE 2.8 kit is sold in a couple different versions. You can get a version with an extremely cheap and, in my opinion, terrible bang controller, which basically has no speed control of the motors. It just controls their direction, 100% forward, 100% back. So you can turn in place by putting, your right side forward, left side back, but you're always turning at the same speed, at the same like power setting all the time, and making these really twitchy fast adjustments. So significantly harder to drive than something like the SSP kit, which comes with a proper dual drive controller and a receiver that's with a standard radio control that you can configure to your liking. But it is still a very durable and low to the ground kit that's going to be hard to fight. So let's see how this one went.
Judges, timers, audience, are you ready? In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fight! The pin, one.
The NE 2.8 kit is using the Repeat Mini brush drive motors. These are much more durable than the Fingertech Silver Sparks, as you can probably see, as they do survive a few hits, but at the same time, the Viper motors I'm using are so much more powerful and so much faster.
Seconds! Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the match!
In the last 15 seconds, it looked like my opponent had lost drive on one side, but immediately after the fight ended, they randomly regained it on that side.
It's just be a good damage. Maybe I should have somewhere else.
Yep, so full functionality on both robots.
The Bot Cat fight was pretty close and went to the judges, but in that last minute I got a lot of hits in. Even though I didn't do a ton of functional damage, that still pretty much secured the win in my favor, since control and aggression were very evenly split, I think, with me being probably a bit more aggressive most of the time. Next up, I had to fight Eggtimus Prime. Eggtimus Prime, driven by another one of the kid competitors. This guy won, I think, the best young competitor award earlier. I forget exactly what the phrasing for that one was, but he was driving very, very well. And this is a Viper vertical spinner kit, so a bit less durable and less scary than Bad Hair Day, but the same similar kind of design with the two wheels in the back, wedge up front, and a vertical drum spinner. Let's see how this one went.
I'm powered off.
recognize them.
Right to your corners. Gotta go fast.
Ready? Timer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fight! Maybe I should have upped it from 80% speed this time.
Good battle, everyone. Good battle.
Thank you.
What about the judges like?
Excellent.
Oh
Yeah.
ready?
Immediately after fighting one Viper kit, I'm on to the next Viper kit, this time named Pancakes with an exclamation part. This one was the Viper Lifter kit, even less of an intimidating opponent than the last one, but again, driven by an incredibly good driver who'd been able to control fights all day long, so definitely still not a pushover. And this one was going to, again, count on me to get more control, aggression, or just do enough damage to take them out. Let's see how this one went.
3, 2, 1, fight!
Let's battle. Come on, everyone. Let's go. Yeah! a good battle right there.
So yeah, that was a great fight and managed to take out Pancakes. Moving on into now the finals of the entire event. Before we talk about that though, I'll talk a bit more about the awards. So there were some superlative awards that were handed out. There was one for Scariest Robot, one for Best Up-and-Coming Driver, I forget exactly the wording for it, which was awarded to Eggtimus Prime. The bot named Nor'easter won the Best Robot Theme award with their Frozen-themed ring spinner. And the Scariest Robot award was given to me with Sonic, which looks like this. It's a nice laser cut trophy. I added the sticker they gave me to it afterwards, but basically from probably mostly the Spinaroonie fight and also tearing pieces off of bots all day, Sonic won that award, but I really wanted that first place trophy. At this point, I wasn't walking home with anything worse than second place, but I've come this far, and so far the entire day, the only things that I've done to the robot are swap the battery between fights, other than after that second fight against Blitz where I had to replace the weapon motor. I haven't had any issues with the drive motors, the wheels, the chassis. It's been holding up perfectly all day long. So I was feeling pretty good going into this last final against Bumblebee, another NE 2.8 kit, but this time with a proper transmitter and a driver who had been crushing it all day long. The driver of this bot told me he was a fan of my YouTube channel and it would be an honor to fight, so I was pretty excited either way this was going to turn out, but I didn't come this far just to lose.
You want pink or
Who's
blue?
ready for the one more battle? Yeah! How about 5 more? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Drivers to your corners.
I want to hear a roaring crowd. Cheers galore. You guys ready?
We're ready.
Pink corner ready. Pink corner ready. Blue corner ready. Judges, timer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fight.
Yeah, I can't.
Tap out.
Sonic wins that match.
Awesome. That was really fun.
There you
Great
go.
job.
Thank you.
That's
You
the
too.
last match. What's going to happen? We'll announce all winners in just a moment. We're going to clear out that side of the arena. Infosys team, clear the chairs. We're going to get ready for some big awards. Real fire. Should I turn the exhaust up?
Yep.
All right, coming in third for Maker Batle 2024, first session is Pancakes. Come on. You're gonna pick it up, you're gonna smile, and you're gonna put it back down and say it. Hey.
Make a wish. Make a wish. Make a wish.
Make a wish, but don't blow it up. Perfect. You stay right up here, That's perfect. All right, coming in number 2 for this first battle is Bumblebee. All right, let's hear it for Bumblebee. Good job. All right, would you just stand right over there to the right? There you go. And last but not least, coming in first place for Maker Batle 2024 Session 1 is Sonic, all the way from New York. Nice job.
Make a wig.
So I'd like all three of you to approach the candles. And here's the big point, get your cameras ready. Make the biggest wish you can, and please don't blow them off the table. We don't need another fire. Blow out your candles, gentlemen. Good job. Thank you everyone for coming. We'll see you July 27th. We don't know when registration's open, but keep an eye on our website and Combat Robot Battles. See you in just a few months. Thanks again.
So this is the cake trophy. This is not edible whatsoever. It is made out of spackle and recycled filament spools from a 3D printer, supposedly. Although the candle on top is real. This thing looks super weird to have in the background of my videos, which is one of the reasons it wasn't on my trophy shelf, aside from it being a huge spoiler, obviously. But yeah, super happy with how Sonic did at the competition, of course. Let me put this down for a sec. Alright, this video is already going to be pushing 45 minutes long at this point, so I'll try and keep this a little bit brief, but yeah, I'm really happy with how Sonic did at the tournament. It is a little bit bittersweet because I basically put no effort into it at all. I didn't really touch it at all until the day before the event since October of last year, and all I did was swap over to parts I'd already designed and printed back in October, and a fresh weapon motor and weapon blade that I bought more recently, but everything was exactly the same design as before. I just had a better tournament run this time. I didn't run into Baby Synthesis, which was the only robot that I lost to last event because they weren't even at this one. And a lot of the bots that I feel like I probably would have lost to, like Blitz, I just only fought once, and I never had to fight some of the scarier opponents I was most worried about just because of how the tournament bracket lined up. A lot of times, both in life and in combat robotics, your success depends a lot on luck, and I am no stranger to that fact, but at the same time, Sonic did what it was designed to do. It killed robots and looked chaotic as heck doing it, and I'm pretty happy with the end result, so definitely not complaining. I'm going to keep putting more effort into my other bots going forward. I think really, this is the first time I've ever won a tournament, but at the same time, most of the time I'm competing, it's at like NHRL, which is the absolute most upper echelon of combat robot builders in the 3-pound weight class. So it's extremely hard to break the top 32 and top 16 at that tournament, which is still something I've managed to do a few times. So what's next for Sonic? Well, after Division's performance at the NHRL tournament in January using my experimental new Hubmotor for beetle weights, about a month after that I started conversations with my supplier to make an Antweight version of that. It takes about 60 days between when I finish the design and get any parts produced. I'll try and keep the end unit cost at something reasonable, though the price is finally TBD, and I should be receiving my first shipment of those if my supplier ships on time within the next 2 weeks. And that will definitely be incorporated into the future version of Sonic, because I built it to solve the weapon motor shaft breaking issue that has plagued this bot from the beginning. I've now gone through 3 weapon motors in 2 tournaments. I know some people are probably going to ask me, why don't you make and sell a Sonic kit? And again, I might do that, but it's going to have to wait until the Hubmotor's here for sure. That said, even in October after that event, I posted the CAD design for this on my site, and you can buy it for $5, and there's a bill of materials showing all the parts you need to buy to build your own copy of this version of the bot. So make sure to go to justcauserobotics.com and check that out. If you want to support me in other ways, you don't want to build a bot, but you still like the stuff that I'm doing for the sport, you can always check out my Patreon, and you'll get early footage of the competition that I'm going to this weekend in Bot Brawl in Toronto, Canada. I'll be bringing SSP to Bot Brawl like I did last year. I never posted the footage from last year's tournament because I just got really busy with everything with the business. I'm hoping to eventually actually make a recap and post it this year. And I am bringing Subtraction to the June 1st NHRL Teams event I won't be allowed to post a recap video from that for reasons that will become clear in the following weeks, but I will eventually be able to produce a recap for it. So when I would have otherwise worked on a recap from NHRL, I'll instead be working on the Bot Brawl one. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss it when that comes out. If you like this video, click like as well. And as always, thank you so much for watching.